why don't we go ahead and go put this over where we've got really nice light, and we're gonna make a nice composition, and then we're gonna take a photo of it, and then we'll start the drawing process, which is gonna lead us into making the painting. Let's utilize modern technology. Use a phone and take a photograph of your composition. Then email the image to yourself and then open it in a program that has a grid. Use the lines of the grid to break up your subject like a jigsaw puzzle. This will make transferring your composition easier. You might need to make an adjustment here and there. You now have a perfect blueprint. Well, it's just about time to start our sketch, but I'm getting kind of hungry with all this pre-production work. So we're gonna have a traditional French snack, which we're gonna start off with some French bread. And the French, they like to use this mustard. It's really spicy. Who knew? And what else would go perfect with a French meal other than some brie cheese? You know, brie is a very traditional Parisian cheese. It's nice and creamy and light. The best part about doing a still life, though, is we get to eat our subject now. Oh yeah, don't forget, we've got a drink. On Bill Paints, we like to have a drink every now and then. And on this session, it's going to be Calvados, which is a brandy from Normandy made from apples. You know, I got to take a break now and feed my crew because they're a hungry group of guys. What's happening? Freelancers. All right, let's just go ahead and get on to the sketch. The first thing I'm going to do is use the frame from the painting as a template. Using Vine charcoal, I now draw in the grid. That's going to help me transfer the image from the computer to the paper. By doing a sketch first, it gives me the ability to experiment with my composition and colors. I use Vine charcoal because it's easy to correct. The only thing is it will make you awfully dirty. And right away, I see something that I don't like. I want the subject to be more to the right. Otherwise, it's what's called dead center. Sometimes that works for images, but for this piece, that's not what I'm looking for. And that's what's nice about using the Vine charcoal and working this out before I actually start painting, because now I can make the correction, and it's no great loss. Just knock it out and start all over again. And now I'm laying in some color. I'm using soft pastels. They're soft and hard. The soft are a little easier to manipulate. Just get in there and blend it and use your fingers and get dirty. It's just charcoal. It'll wash off later. It's actually very relaxing. And now I draw some lines from the outside of the frame to the center of the frame. I want to draw the viewer's eye to our subject, which are the apples. Now I know the lines aren't in the photograph, but this is going to be a painting. If I wanted a photograph, I could have this printed up. This is part of the creative process and part of the enjoyment of making your own image. Drawing this pastel sketch made me think of one of George Braque's favorite artists when he was young, and that was Toulouse-Lautrec. Lautrec was a master of the pastel. He was hired to make many advertising posters. Young George Braque used to love his artwork and would sneak out at night, walk the streets, and steal the posters off the walls. This was George's brief life of crime.